Hey everybody, how you doing? It is Sunday, April 30th. Hope you've had a good week. We had quite a few storms here in Central Texas, as you probably heard on the news. And please forgive the sound of the dryer in the background. Any cars that go by, because I am in the garage. Obviously, you can hear the birds chirping away happily in the trees because it is such a gorgeous day outside. And somebody down the street is cutting down whatever limbs may have fallen off their trees with a chainsaw. So again, please forgive that stuff. So anyway, yeah. Second time I'm going to do a video log on this particular model. I did one previously. Um, everybody's seen build logs of how to build these. Mine is going to be more for a diorama, and I'll explain some of the process I'm going through. But yeah, so there's no need for me to build it on screen, on camera. You've seen it before. So let's move this out of the way so I can show you some of the stuff I'm using. So to prime it, I did use Mecha Primer Ivory Primer by Vallejo. Really good stuff. I really suggest it. Doesn't need to be thinned down very much at all. And here's all the parts on the trees. Again, assemblies, sub-assemblies, miscellaneous parts. And this is going to be for a diorama. So I decided to have the landing gear down. You can see the cover for the rear gear right here. And I can't see it too well on camera. But the front landing gear parts are over here also. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to put this right here. Oh, you know what? Let's put it this way. Give you a better idea. So normally everybody's used to seeing red, aka Rogue Squadron. I'm going to do something different. This is not a partisan X-Wing, as you saw in Rogue One, like Saul Guerrera's. So basically what I'm planning is anything that is red is going to be a black gray, a nice matte black gray. These yellow parts are going to, well, pretty much anything else that's colored are going to be various shades of gray. And I'll show you the paints here in a moment. I am going to be putting quite a few of the decals on. Obviously not these yellows or these reds, because that will be hand painted. I haven't decided if I'm going to put a droid in the droid socket yet. If I do, it'll probably be an R4. That's what I'm heavily leaning towards, but I might do the R2, it just depends. So here's the parts again. I'm going to show you the stuff I'm going to use. We'll save this for last. So obviously it's a diorama. We'll put the diorama parts away. So panel liner, I haven't decided. I think I'm going to use this sky gray because it's nice and dark and it'll show up nice on the gray black parts that are painted. But this blue black might work also. I don't know. I've never used it. I've had it for about a year, never used it. Just shake it constantly to keep it up to date. For the rest of the paints, let's go ahead and go through these real quick. No particular order. I'll try to explain where they're going. I think that's everything. It is. Maybe. No, it's not. So obviously, like I said, a bunch of different grays. Stonewall gray. Not sure exactly where that's going to go. This is, I believe this is a cold gray. I've had this for about 8 years. Still works just fine. Still working good. Okay. Vallejo burnt iron. This will go on the engine exhaust. I just really like it. I think it looks really nice. This is more primer. The ivory primer, just in case I mess something up. I could just touch it up real quick. Vallejo aluminum, model air. This stuff is great. I can't recommend this enough. 1 to 2 coats, boom, you're done. Really get great coverage. It's awesome. Really good stuff. Really, really, really like it. Then I have the chrome. Not sure where I'm going to do the chrome. Probably on the interior, on the inside the cockpit, more than likely. So I know you can't read it. This is the regular black gray by Vallejo. Usually I use this for tires, believe it or not. This looks great as like some old dusty rubber or just sun bleached rubber. This is a great color. Highly recommend it. White gray, this is going to be more for the chipping effects I'm going to do. So yeah, that's a new color I'm going to experiment with. And the extra extra opaque heavy blue gray. Haven't used this very often. It is a nice color, but fair warning, you need to do a lot of shaking with this. I highly suggest putting an agitator in here when you do. Then this is, I think it's shadow gray is what this was. Again, just going to be a random little gray color in there. So what else do we have? Like I said, this is going to be a diorama. So I'm not going to get the big piece for the diorama here. AK Terrain's concrete diorama paste. This stuff, there's a couple videos on how to use it. I use this quite extensively. Really great. So the idea is this X-Wing is going to be parked inside of a hangar or just on a landing pad, concrete landing pad, obviously. Then we're going to put down our petrol spills, various locations, engine soot. You figure out where that goes. Streaking grime, or rust streaks rather, not the streaking grime. I have that here somewhere. I don't know why it's not over here. Rust streaks. Going to be in a few little places, probably on the landing gear. Ah, there it is. Oh no, that's more fuel stains. This stuff is really, really good. Does have quite a bit of an odor to it. I've had this bottle for about 2 years because I use it extensively on my models. Very realistic look to it. It's got that little rainbow shine to it that you'll see like in water, if oil goes in water. Yeah, really like that stuff. And there's streaking grime here somewhere. Don't know where it is. That's alright. So to make this diorama really pop, some of you know I've got a 3D printer. So I use files from Darkfire Designs, Skullforge, and I believe Anvil Rage. And I hope this will pick it up pretty decently. Probably not because I'm holding the camera there. Anyway, these are scaled down to 65%. Let's see. I can't. Again, I'm holding the camera with my right hand. Let's see. That's just another X-Wing pilot. So you see where I'm going with this. That's gonna not show up, bro. Let's see. Anyway, you can see them there. Wow, they show up clearer here. And you can see an X-Wing pilot right here. There's a Bothan, Gonk droid, 3PO. I'm gonna paint him that nice metallic blue that we saw in Mandalorian Season 3. We'll not discuss Season 3 here. This one, this is a really unique one. This is an X-Wing pilot. Just sitting down, talking about, yeah, and then it went this way, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's what's going to happen. It's going to have that. I've got a couple of crew members here. Here's one who has spoken. An Ugnaught sitting on a crate, looking at a data pad. See if I could get it to focus a little bit. Yep, still using the same crappy camera. Same crappy camera phone. And of course he fell. But anyway, you get the idea. So yeah, got a lot of painting to do. I think I have like 15 crewers here. I used the X-Wing, idle X-Wing crew, idle A-Wing crew, and idle U-Wing crew, which is various members of each unit. Figured they're all in a hangar. They're all going to talk about the latest mission. Why is there X-Wing? Why is the X-Wing pilots? And the X-Wing pilot's going to be that one I showed you that was sitting down on the crate. Still not sure on what color I'm going to use for the pilots, or for the pilot in particular for this X-Wing. But yeah, this should be fun. So I'm going to start the black here in a little bit, and I will show you more as I go along. Alright, this video is almost 10 minutes. Take it easy and don't forget, it's Sunday. The judge will be back in the office tomorrow. Don't do nothing stupid. Have a good one, guys.